Hey, what's going on, everybody? So the other day I got a question from one of my clients asking me to explain in a little bit further detail how hashtags work when you make posts on social media, specifically Instagram and Facebook, for business related purposes, when you're trying to promote your brand. It's a pretty common topic. I've gone over it like a million times, and I just thought it would be a good idea to make an actual video explaining how hashtags work, what their purpose is, what are they used for, how to most effectively use them for your organic growth marketing strategy. And so that's what we're going to be going over right now. So I have a handful of questions that I wrote down. I feel like they're my most commonly asked questions, and we're just going to kind of start going down the list a little bit. So first and foremost, what are hashtags? Well, hashtags it's a way for people to attach specific words to their images and their videos. It helps to archive the content that's posted by Instagram and Facebook users in the platform itself, so that way later on people could search for them. For instance, if you go to the search bar on Instagram and if you type in something like funny video, right? Hashtag funny video, then it's going to bring up a couple different options. You click on one of those options, it's going to give you all the videos that people posted, and they thought that the phrase funny video was in some form connected to their video. Maybe they thought it was funny. Maybe there's a little kid tripping over a stick and mom thought it was funny, so she posted it on Instagram with the hashtag funny video for all her friends to see, right? So hashtags work on a time-sensitive basis, and it goes off of a popularity scale. How many people around the world at any given time are posting a photo or a video with that specific hashtag, right? So let's say that I live in Los Angeles and I post a photo of a hamburger, and I type in hashtag delicious hamburger into the description area. Now, 5 seconds after I post that to Instagram, another person, let's say in New York or Florida, 5 seconds later, they post a different picture of maybe Thanksgiving dinner or something, and there's burgers, so they use the hashtag delicious hamburger or whatever I just said. The person that most recently used that hashtag, their content will be at the top of the archive for that specific tag. So if you were to go into the search bar and type in delicious hamburgers, the ones that show up at the top are the ones that have been posted most recently. And as you scroll down the feed and you just go and you search, everything that you're seeing is time sensitive, meaning that the lower you go, the further back the post actually happened, right? So if you scroll down for half an hour, you're going to start getting posts that were maybe like yesterday or the day before, stuff like that. And every tag has a different level of popularity associated with it. So the two main ways to use hashtags, A, is to search for content, very specific content. Let's say that you want to learn how to make pasta. You go to the search bar, you could type in hashtag how to make pasta, and it's going to bring up all the content, just like Google, that says, someone attached the phrase how to make pasta to this video. Believe it or not, when you want something, like you want a coupon for tacos, right? You go to Google and you type in best happy hour taco deal for Los Angeles, right? It's going to bring up search results. Believe it or not, hashtags do the same thing. People search on social media for specific phrases the same way that they use Google. Now, Google's been around for longer, so their history is a lot more dense and there's like a lot more information out there, but don't make any mistakes, it does happen, especially for restaurants. It's huge. So the first way to use hashtags is use them to search things. The second way is use them to archive your content. So if you're a business owner and you are posting a picture, let's say that your business is a burger stand, right? Let's say it's called Pedro's Hamburger Stand, right? You would want to post a picture of your hamburger, or of you flipping the burgers or cutting lettuce or something, and you want use hashtags that are connected to the photo, right? What's happening? What do you want to happen? What just happened? Stuff like that. You know, what's specific about the image that connects and identifies with the phrases you're going to attach to it. So yeah, so if you're Pedro's Hamburgers, you want to say hashtag chopping lettuce, hashtag fresh vegetables, hashtag 100% ground beef, right? Anything that's connected to it. We'll get into the strategy of how to do that in a little bit. So anyway, those are the two main purposes. On Instagram, right? Now, depending on who you ask, there's going to be a difference of opinion between different marketers, but this is my specific opinion, right? Instagram allows you to use up to 30 hashtags in each post. So some people say, oh, that's not good. That's too many. It looks spammy. There's difference of opinions, but fact of the matter is, if they're allowing you 30 different tags, that means they're saying, hey, attach 30 phrases to this and we'll keep it on our platform for as long as we need to until someone else uses that, and then it drops your post down the line and it starts getting pushed further and further out. You know, the more saturation you can have in the market pertaining to your business, the better off you're going to be, because the more omnipresence your brand will have. So, you know, that's with Instagram. Facebook, for instance, Facebook has a different guideline set up. It's not official, but, you know, if you were to post 30 hashtags on Facebook, you would look super spammy. You could still do it, and honestly, yeah, it'll still archive the same way, but the way that they operate is just a little bit differently. You know, if you're gonna be slamming out 30 hashtags on every post for Instagram, you might want to just type them out normal, but Facebook, it's gonna look sloppy. So you might, instead of using 30, you might want to use like 5 or 6 that best identify with your business. You know, Pedro's Tacos, Los Angeles, most delicious hamburgers in Los Angeles, happy hour lunch special, LA, stuff like that, right? And you can use capital letters. And because on Facebook, if you're only going to be using a couple of them, they'll stand out more, right? So you could do like, you know, capital P, Pedro. So Pedro's, and then capital B for burgers, Pedro's Burgers. And the aesthetics of that post at the end of the content being uploaded is just going to look a lot more clean, a lot more nice, especially if it's organic. You know, with organic posts where you're not paying to put that in front of someone, you definitely want to use some sort of tag. Otherwise, you're literally just slapping a picture up on the internet. And unless you have like a cult following, which is possible but unlikely, it's not going to get a whole lot of exposure. So anyway, and then for Twitter, you know, one hashtag is probably best. Twitter is very loud, so you want to really post frequently, as opposed to Facebook. You post 10 times a day on Facebook, all your followers are going to get pissed off. They're going to stop following you. They're going to be like, dude, this guy's super irritating. You post 10 times a day on Twitter, no one really cares, because that's what it's for. Literally a bunch of birds just going cheap, cheap, cheap. Twitter, tweeting. It's a very loud platform. There's a lot of stuff going on. Now, tag popularity. There's a thing where when you start typing in your hashtag in your description area on your post, it'll bring up it's like a little pop-up that pops up on your screen that says, do you want it? There's suggestions, and next to each suggestion there's a number, and it tells you how many times that tag has been used. If you use a generic tag that is, yes, specific to your business, but not geographically based, or is not customized enough to really help you stand out. You know, let's say you're Pedro's Tacos and you want to use the hashtag hamburger, right? Well, a gazillion other people have used the hashtag hamburger, so what's going to happen is you're going to get a whole lot of activity, boom, right away, right when you post it. But a couple seconds later, like trillions of people are using that tag all the time. So like within the first, 30 seconds or so, like boom, you're already 3,000 I gotta fly over here. There's already 3,000 other posts that have stacked on top of your tag, making it extremely unlikely for new users to type in that tag and find your post, right? So you have to be careful when you're using generic type tags like burger, cheeseburger, yummy cheeseburger. Like, those aren't the best. Now, you do want to use some of them because you want to draw an initial flood of attention to your post, and that's going to be the best, probably most effective way to do it is by using something that is very popular. But if you're using all 30 hashtags, you do not want to fill up those spots with all generic popular type tags. I like to say it's a 30%, 30%, 30% rule, right? 30% of your tags, which if you're using 30 is 10 tags, should be something that's popular, that's common, that's just generic. That's kind of like, okay, burgers, cheeseburgers, right? Hashtag tacos, hashtag shrimp tacos, beef tacos, chicken tacos, whatever, right? You want to draw some attention initially. After the first 10, you want to switch it, and now you're doing things that are related to your brand, your business, your company name, right? So you want to do like Pedro's Tacos, Los Angeles, Delicious Tacos, Los Angeles. Who has, hashtag who has the best tacos in LA? How to make a taco at home in Los Angeles. Stuff like that is specific to the location that you're selling your food in, and that your brick and mortar business is actually at. So the second set of 10 is going to be that. The third set, you want to do stuff that's related to the specific item that you're posting. Let's say that you're going to post a chicken taco, right? You want to do hashtag chicken taco Los Angeles, hashtag best chicken tacos in Los Angeles, chicken taco lunch Los Angeles, hashtag Los Angeles juiciest way to make chicken tacos, right? You want to do stuff that's specific to the post because it has to identify on several different levels, and that is the core of why people are going to read it and look at it and look into it. Because if someone types in best tacos in Los Angeles, like, you want yours to show up because A, they're probably in the area, and B, they are likely interested in tacos, right? And if they're doing it, they're probably hungry because it's lunchtime. So you want to be up at the top. That's why consistency is key. It's very key. You're going to get the best results by posting, 1 or 2 times a day. The more you could post, the more you could tag, the more flooded your brand is going to be across the internet, or at least across social media. So you want to do that. Let's see here. I'm still reading my notes. I know it probably doesn't seem like it, but so we have the 3 different genres of hashtags. We have another thing I want to touch on real quick is if you're running paid advertising, do not use a hashtag in the ad copy unless it's ironic. For instance, if you're advertising for skydiving or bungee jumping and you say, hey, come check out our awesome skydiving course that we have, it's super great, high five, come in now. If you want to use a hashtag YOLO, that makes sense because it's going to connect emotionally on some level with the ideal customer, right? Because people that go skydiving are probably risk takers, and they're going to identify with you only live once. So using it in that context, it would make sense. But using it as the actual purpose of a hashtag, it's not going to do anything. So don't ever use those on paid ads. When you post content, you always have to remember to post something in action, right? Psychologically speaking, the human brain wants to see something through to completion. So if you're posting an image, for instance, Pedro's hamburgers, like we were talking about, you want to post something, maybe Pedro's flipping the hamburger, or maybe he's in the middle of cutting lettuce. You just want to hold up a box of lettuce and say, okay, this is, here, I'm going to put him holding this box of lettuce. You're not in action, so it's not doing anything. It's not going to be as captivating to the audience. So stay in action, stay consistent. You got this.